Oh, big tree coming down! Alright guys, I am done working for today. It is so stinking hot again. I think the heat index right now is like 107 degrees. It literally just zaps your will to want to work. So we're going to take a couple minutes to just chat and talk about some things we have going on around here. I'm happy I finally got that area cleaned up where I'm going to build the tractor shed, or I should call it a shelter. It's going to be a lean-to shelter. But I've been working on getting that cleaned up for a little while now, so that's done. So now I can start the prep for the building. It's going to be a very simple structure. You saw me measuring that out a little bit. I was hoping I could fit a 12 by 20 foot lean-to. I'm only going to be able to fit a 10 by 16. That area is just not squared off enough to put anything bigger than that. But it's still going to be plenty big for just the tractor by itself. I just need to come up with another game plan for the side-by-side. Originally, I wanted to put both of them down there, but that's not going to work. So we'll just get the tractor in that lean-to shelter, and then I can do one of two things with the side-by-side. I can either extend the roof off of the shed that's down there and just park it under that, or I can enclose it. So that is a Can-Am Defender HD9. It had the roof on it when I bought it, and I added the glass windshield and the glass back panel, and I put the half doors on as well. So it really just needs a full set of doors, and it's fully enclosed, and I can leave it outside if I want to. So I may actually do both. I might extend the roof off of that shed and enclose that side-by-side. That's one thing. We'll go off on a little tangent here about the Can-Am. So when I bought it, I didn't want to spend the money on full doors, but I wanted a somewhat enclosed side-by-side, which is why I put the windshield, the back panel, and the half doors on. But that thing's outside. It's under that little shelter I have right now, but it still gets so dirty inside, just from all the dirt, the pollen, everything flying through the air. It's just a mess in there. You got spiders, you got mice. So I would highly recommend, if you are going to buy a side-by-side and it's going to be parked outside all the time, just get it fully enclosed. It's going to keep it much nicer, kind of protect that investment, because those things are not cheap. And I'm sure a lot of you, feel the same way I do. When you spend that type of money, you want to take care of it. That's your hard-earned money you're spending on expensive equipment. So unless you can park it inside all the time, then yeah, it's much easier to hop in and out, without a full set of doors. But, just being outside, definitely nice to have that enclosed. So I may do both. I might enclose it, put a little heater in it, and put that roof extension on, and I'll have a pretty nice setup for the tractor, for the side-by-side. So, once I get that done, I'll be able to clear off that hilltop where I do all my splitting right now, get that shelter out of there, and really open up that space, because we desperately need some more space for producing firewood. Talking about firewood, this is the first week in a long time where we've gone without selling any firewood. So I'm gonna say, the firewood sales are probably about done for the summer, and it is so hot right now. I mean, we're on like our third week straight where we're getting multiple days during the week in the high 90s with high humidity, and nighttime temps are like 80. So, it's not like, at nighttime you can go out, build a little fire in your fire pit, and, enjoy the evening around the fire. It's just too hot. So, I'm pretty sure that's contributing to the lack of firewood sales I'm seeing. We're still going to keep that stocked. I'm actually getting low on season wood, so I wouldn't mind a little bit of a slowdown right now, but I still want to keep that road stand side stocked, so it always looks like I have firewood. We have a new firewood business. We've only been at this for not even a year right now, and you want to keep up that appearance of having, a fully stocked business. So I'm sure we'll get some sales here and there, but I don't think we'll really pick up again until this fall. So, but like I said, I could really use a little bit of a break with that. while I'm getting some more wood prepped and ready to go for the next selling season. Equipment. So we are really close to finalizing the new piece of equipment coming in here. I don't want to spoil it. You know, I've talked about it a couple times now, but it looks like we're probably 2, maybe 3 weeks out from that arriving. So once that gets here, I want to spend some time in it, operating it, and then I will introduce you guys to it. But I think it's really going to help out with all the different projects we're working on, a lot of the stuff we have coming up, and just going to be a big help for what we're doing, especially for the firewood business. And a little bit of a spoiler alert here. I haven't talked about this yet, but the Silverado, the 2024 Silverado I bought almost a year ago, I am really close to trading that in on a new truck. Not because I don't like the Silverado. I absolutely love it. It is a great truck. I love the features on it. It drives nice. It is a very well-built truck. But I found something that I think is going to fit our needs a little bit better. And the price is right. So two big things, right? Is it gonna fill a need or be better than what I have right now? And does it work financially? And it checks off both of those boxes. Have not made a final decision yet, but getting very close on that. So within the next month here, I think we're gonna have a new truck, a new piece of equipment, and starting to make some good progress on what I want to have in here in place to really help grow the firewood business. So stay tuned for a lot of big updates on that. And the last thing we're going to talk about, completely off topic of the firewood business and what most of our videos have been about, we're going to touch on politics a little bit. And I'm going to put you guys to the test here and see how many of you are, stay tuned for this entire video. But I think it's important to follow politics. I do. I don't talk about it much. But especially right now, being an election year, the next president that we elect can drastically change the course of this country for the better. Because I really think we need some more positive change with what's going on in office right now. But just some stuff I'm learning. I want to throw this out there, and I want to hear what you guys think in the comments. So I've heard this from multiple sources, but we are supposedly sending $43 to $87 million per week to Afghanistan. You heard me correctly. $43 to $87 million. That's the range that a couple people have said are getting flown over there on a weekly basis. Most of it goes to you can call it the Afghan National Bank, which goes right into the hands of the Taliban. So we are giving our hard-earned tax dollars directly to terrorism. And if that doesn't infuriate you, I don't know what does, because it infuriates me, I can tell you that much. And I want you guys to look into this. I don't want to talk about where I saw it, who's saying it, because it's good to do your own research and come up with your own opinion on something. But you learn a lot when you start to look into this type of stuff. So look into it and then give me some comments. Let me know what you guys are hearing, what you guys think, and if you want to talk more about this, because we certainly can. I like talking about it. I like looking this stuff up, and I think it just helps us in general to know more of what's going on, because you don't hear it in the media. The media feeds you the information they want to help support their narrative. So, you really have to search for the information yourself now, and YouTube is actually a great place to do so. YouTube has become a great outlet for a lot of independent media who are actually getting information from the front lines. You know, people who are directly involved with this stuff on a daily basis, whether they were in the CIA or the military or, you know, wherever. But there is good information out there that you can find, good, honest information. And when you can link it to multiple different sources, you can start to believe it. So I would love to hear from you guys on what you think. Let's start to talk a little bit more about this maybe. I think it'll be good for everybody. So, all right, guys, that's going to wrap things up. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you on the next one.